Teams, locations, and dates for the WBC Qualifiers in 2025 have been revealed. Less than 2 months after all the info for the main tournament in 2026 was announced, we now know what countries will be competing for the final 4 spots at the next WBC. Here is the post from Francis Romero on X. For the first time, only 8 teams will take part. Pool A will be in Taipei from February 19th to the 26th. Chinese Taipei, the host, welcoming Spain, Nicaragua, and South Africa. The other one takes place shortly after that, from February 28th to March 7th in Tucson, Arizona. Teams will be Colombia, China, Brazil, and Germany. Top 2 from each pool will advance to the WBC. Round-robin format. First place team from that goes straight to the WBC. Second and third place teams then play one final game to determine the last spot. The news is exciting in some ways, but disappointing in so many others. Let's start by looking at the positive things so we can bring everyone's spirits up. Then look at the negative side of things so we can end the video on a depressing note. Starting with the dates, this is much better than last time. In 2022, they held the qualifiers in September and October, when most baseball fans are focused on the postseason race. It was really hard to get the fans' attention worldwide. This time, for baseball fans, the Caribbean Series is over. Spring training is just getting underway. February is the month with the least amount of baseball activity worldwide. It's the perfect time to hold an international baseball tournament. And for sports fans in North America, Super Bowl is done. Not time for March Madness yet. NHL and NBA are at mid-season. This will be a much better time to get everyone's attention. And because the Major League season will still be more than a month away, active MLB players are expected to participate, unlike last time. 6 out of those 8 countries have players born in those countries currently on MLB rosters, so the level of talent improves. Not only that, but reducing the number from 6 to 14 pools eliminates some of the teams that just weren't competitive. The outcome should be a lot closer, fewer blowouts, which will be more exciting to watch. As for venues, we can already see that attendance will be way higher than last time. One of the biggest disappointments at the 2022 venues was the mostly empty bleachers in Panama and Germany. Blame the weather, blame the ticket prices, whatever, but you know that fans in Taiwan will show up to watch their national team re-qualify for the WBC. They don't say which venue exactly, but whether it's 15,000 at Taichung or up to 40,000 at Taipei Dome, maybe they'll try to use both, I don't know. Either way, attendance in Taiwan will crush the figures seen in Panama and Germany last time. The other venue will be a spring training facility in Tucson. No home team at this one, not sure how many fans will show up, but I'm sure that enough baseball fans will be there so that attendance will be an improvement over the 2 venues from the last WBC qualifier. But since we're already talking about locations, let's use this chance to switch over to the major disappointments with this news. I'm sure Tucson will be a great host, but what happened to Colombia hosting the qualifier? They were looking at 2 possible venues in Colombia, the classic Estadio Once de Noviembre and the newer one, Estadio Edgar Renteria, both 12,000 capacity. Both, if I'm not mistaken, meet the standards for international play, or at least could be upgraded to do so. This could have been a big event for Colombia, a chance to host the first WBC-related event on the South American continent, a chance to get the whole country, not just the northern coast, getting behind the national baseball team. Seems like they're missing a big opportunity to grow baseball in Colombia here. I don't know how many Colombians, Chinese, Brazilians, and Germans there are in Tucson, but I'm guessing probably not too many. It's like they wanted a completely neutral site, which doesn't make sense because in the other pool they've got Taiwan playing in Taiwan. That's not even the biggest disappointment of all. 4 countries that were involved last time will not be included this time. And I know I said that's a good thing, eliminate some of the weaker teams and we've got a more competitive field. The reduction from 6 to 14 pools was expected, but that's because we thought there were going to be pre-qualifiers. Then they could invite more countries to the pre-qualifiers while still making the final qualifiers a leaner, more competitive field. Countries like Belgium, Sweden, Uganda, Philippines, and others could have at least been given a chance with an invite to the pre-qualifiers. But not only will they not be taking part, but Argentina, New Zealand, Pakistan, and France, 4 countries that took part in the qualifiers 2 years ago, don't get an invite either. Not to the qualifiers, not to any pre-qualifier. They just have to sit it out this time, like they're being punished when they didn't do anything wrong. Argentina is the biggest snub here. Seems like they should have been chosen over South Africa. South Africa didn't win any games last time. Argentina came closer to qualifying. They won 2 games in the qualifier and almost upset Nicaragua, losing by just 1 run. No chance for them to build on that momentum this time. Pakistan did not win any games, but they looked like a much improved team from when they debuted at the qualifier 10 years before. They spent the last 2 years recruiting new players and getting even stronger. Now they've got nothing to work for. And as the only country from that part of the world participating before, their exclusion means that an entire region is removed. For New Zealand, this is the latest blow to the country's baseball program. A year ago, their only professional baseball team ceased operations. Now this. France has a young pitching prospect who's hoping to land a major league contract. Would have been great to see him throw at a tournament like this. And the one new addition we were all hoping to see. I guess this means Curaçao did not get approved to compete as an independent nation. They would have been one of the favorites to qualify. So much major league talent that could have been available for them. If they did qualify, we could have been treated to a really memorable matchup. Curaçao versus the Netherlands. Think about how huge that would have been. Now we won't get to see it. On the bright side, it does mean that the Netherlands will still be a strong force at the WBC, with players from Curaçao, Aruba, and the mainland all competing under a Dutch flag. They could very well reach the knockout stage, maybe even the final round, so good for them. But Curaçao national team competing independently is something we were all looking forward to seeing. Overall, I'd say the news is disappointing. As I said before, the timing of it is better, attendance will be better, and the pools look really competitive. No major weakling there. Any one of those 8 countries can qualify. But fewer countries are participating. We thought the qualifiers would extend to more parts of the world, but now the WBC is narrowing that reach. It really feels like they're taking a step back here. But anyway, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's all for this one, and until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya!